What we do here is go back.
How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to the Minecraft Survival Guide. I hope you guys are really having a good day. I'm really excited for this episode because we are going to build our starter base, or we're going to build an official base now. So we're going to move out of this trash starter house and move over to this hill over here that I've actually already flattened out. As you can tell, it kind of looks a little bit flatter over there past another portal. And it's a fairly large house. It's got 3 different areas. I found it on YouTube, and the guy who made it, super creative. So I used it for the most part, but here are the kind of things that we'll be using for it. So some cobblestone, stone, oak wood stairs, oak wood slabs, be using some spruce wood, some more oak wood, some oak wood slabs, some oak trapdoors, some spruce trapdoors, some oak fence gates, some oak fences, some glass panes, some tree shrub stuff, some spruce staircases, a bunch of doors, some campfires for some texture, and some lanterns. So we're going to go ahead and kind of go over here and show you the layout of this house. But we got to leave everything in this house first. We can't take it over there until that house is completed. We're just working on the outside today, but let's go ahead and go show you what's going on over here. So yeah, I've already flattened this area out. You'll see that I've kind of set up about how big I want the house to be. If you remember, right over here was a cave that I've actually filled in. I filled it in to a decent amount, maybe like 3 blocks down, just so that we'd have this nice flat space for this large house to go in. As you can tell, it's pretty large. So this house has 3 different sections to it, one taller, kind of a front porch, not necessarily a porch, but a staircase, and this other large section with 2 stories. So I really wanted this area because it's going to have a nice view of everything going on. But I'm going to go ahead and get some tools and show you guys what's going on after we get those tools. All right, so I'm back, and we're going to start lining everything up. So what I did before was just to kind of give myself an idea of how big the house was going to be, how much area it was going to take. But this isn't obviously the layout of the house. I'm not living on an X or a cross. I'm going to, build out a little bit. So the first step that I think is great in building a house, and that the same guy that I'm watching recommends, is you want to make sure that when you're prepping for your house, that you outline the house on the ground and then use some cheap blocks in order to lay everything out with what you're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and dig out the layout of this grass, and I'll show you what happens next. Link for this house is in the description. I tweaked some things about it to match what I wanted, but for the main overview of the house, I chose the same build, but I'll tweak it to make it do what I want. So I'm going to go ahead now and do the layout, and I'll come back once that layout is done. So here we are. I towered up to show you guys kind of this layout. So we've got one large side on the left, and then a slightly thinner side on the right, but that's going to be our 2-story. And in the center is going to be our staircase up, as well as a part that goes in between the 2 areas. So it's a really fun build. I think that it's going to look great on this hill. We're going to have other things. I like the forest in the background. But I'm going to go ahead and go back down, and we'll get started on putting some cobblestone in there. All right, so the cobblestone is going to act as kind of our foundation almost. It's our kind of layout foundation. But once you've completed it, you're going to go to where you're going to pillar up with pillars on the outside of your house. So for me, it's mostly in the corners, And then occasionally we have, I think there's one other one. So we're gonna go ahead and dig out a piece of grass and then put the piece of cobblestone on that, just to kind of help us with that layout. So next we're going to go ahead and dig out the whole floor for this left side and center, but not on the right side because that floor is going to be elevated just a little bit. So we're going to dig this out and put stone in. That way we can have a nice stone floor in there. Yeah, here we go. Now that that stone is done, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of my oak wood and some of the stairs and some of the planks to use on this room over here. Now that we're back, we're gonna go ahead and put stairs going up in the kind of entryway areas, just like this. And then we're gonna go ahead and use our oak wood planks as the floor inside the cobblestone area, not including that. So that's gonna be where our walls are. Next, we're gonna work on the frame of the house. So this is gonna go on the outside of the walls. It's gonna go ahead and frame in what our walls are doing. So that's what we've got, that one block outside, kind of for our pillars. That's what's gonna be our frame. We're gonna go ahead and use the spruce wood for that and doing all the framing. So I'll speed through all this framing and show you a little bit. But again, if you wanna do this house, go ahead and watch that other video that I found. Now that the framing is done, we're gonna go ahead and do our walls with oak wood. It's gonna go right on that cobblestone outline for the most part. So you'll see kind of what I'm doing, but we're gonna leave room for windows and different things like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and do a little montage of this so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to show you a little walkthrough right here, kind of what we're looking at. So when we walk in here on the right, this is going to be like kind of our entrance room. Above it looks like one big room, but it's actually going to be 2 stories. In the middle here, we've got a back door, kind of middle area, and then another nice like kitchen area. And then in the middle here is going to be stairs. I'm going to go ahead and skip past the building of the stairs and then come back to you so you can see them. And boom, these stairs are done. So we went ahead and used our oak staircases, some oak planks, some oak slabs, and then oak fences and fence gates to kind of make this look good. So got this nice front area, some detailing on the sides with fences, and then a bunch of fence gates going out kind of around to kind of give us a nice little patio area. And then we also closed off the top floor on the right side. So let's go ahead and move on and keep building. So I've finished the roof on the left side. Now the roof on the right side is gonna look exactly the same, but I went ahead and did this one first just because it's a little bit easier to get to with the staircase. It's a mixture of oak trapdoors and oak slabs. And I think it looks really nice. We'll also have no spawns on the top of our build, which is a great thing. But yeah, I think it's a nice texture for our ceiling. And now I finished the upstairs. So you'll see that it looks exactly the same as before. And I also forgot to mention that we have spruce trapdoors on the outside kind of layer or area so that we can kind of give it a little bit more depth. So yeah. All right, we just finished all the window panes for all the different windows, as well as our little shrubs outside. And I think it gives it just this really nice texture to it where it doesn't look just so plain, but we've got, greenery around our house, which is really nice. It's basically around the entire house, windows and everything with the shrubs, and then spruce trapdoors to kind of break them up, make it seem like they're not just one long strip of greenery. But I'm really excited with how this is turning out because it's way better than what my builds usually look like. And yeah, I can't wait to show you the rest of the house once it's done. All right, final reveal. Here we go. It is looking so good. Wow, it looks so much better than our starter house. We have so many cool things going on, some just detail things that we did with lights. Those campfires, I actually forgot to extinguish them. I'll extinguish them in between episodes, so it'll just kind of give it a nice texture. But let's go ahead and start here on the left. We put in these 2 lanterns. Obviously, you've seen the rest. None of the inside is finished, so it is what it is. We'll do that in a later episode or maybe on Twitch, which you should definitely go check out because I do a lot of my off-camera stuff there. Yep, I need to fix these campfires because they don't look so good. But yeah, if we walk through, you can kind of see how the house layout kind of is. We got that back door, and then we've got all this different area over here. But yeah, I think it's going to be a really nice house for us to live in, to have as our base. So you guys have seen this before. This is just our outside area, but here's our back door. This is what the campfire should look like on the back. It kind of just gives it a nice texture. We've got the spruce trap doors. But yeah, I just forgot to extinguish the other ones. So yeah, nice back door so we don't have to always run around to the front. Cool little porch area. You guys have already seen this side and this side. But let's go ahead and go to the front here. We see that we have 2 lanterns hanging by those slabs. I think that looks really cool. Let's go ahead and check it out upstairs. I'm really excited for this transformation because we have cut this room in half. I messed up with this trap door. We've cut this room in half to give us a bedroom as well as a little outdoor balcony patio area, which I think is a really cool feature. We're gonna have to start and end our episodes here from now on. We've got the ocean and the village over there, a forest, another village and plains over there. Just a really cool place to have as our home. So thank you guys for tuning into this episode. Sorry if it's a little bit shorter than you were hoping, but I look forward to more of this series and more automated farms and different things. But be sure to subscribe, like the video. Yeah, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, because Twitch is where I do a lot of those off-camera things. But yeah, I'll see you guys very soon.